Welcome back. Ayaltuna Balogun joins me now. He has sports news.
That's right. And we're starting off with football, where debutants Sweden fought back from a goal down to beat Honduras 2-1 and reached the semi-finals of the ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Honduras drew first blood in the 37th minute as Brian Velasquez clipped the ball into the top corner from a tight angle, while Erdal Rakip slotted home from a delicate through ball by Gentrit Sitaku to level scores for the Scandinavians. However, Carlos Strandberg flicked home the winning goal with a clever backheel 16 minutes before full-time to set up a clash with the winner between Nigeria and Uruguay.
Rakip has brought it level!
Meanwhile, title holders Mexico edged three-time champions Brazil on a marathon session of penalties to qualify for the semi-finals of the Under-17 World Cup. Ivan Ochoa shot the Mexicans into the lead with his first touch in the 80th minute after a free kick from the right side was flicked on near the penalty spot. But Brazil responded 5 minutes later as Nathan got on the end of a series of deflections in the Mexican penalty area to fire home from 12 yards. The tournament's top scorer Mosquito saw a second spot kick saved by Godinho, and Alejandro Diaz scored for the Mexicans.
Into a penalty area, congested, Nathan shoots, and at the second time!
Now, World Football Governing Body FIFA has appointed the Mexican referee Jer Marufo to handle the Uruguay versus Nigeria Under-17 World Cup quarterfinal scheduled for Saturday. Now, the experience of Marufo, the 2008 MLS Referee of the Year, will come in handy when he takes on that game, since he can speak both Spanish and English fluently. He will be assisted by Eric Boria of the USA, Ricardo Morgan of Jamaica, while the duo of Pavel Kralovic and Martin Wilczek from the Czech Republic will serve as assistant referees. That's it in sports news. Amarachi will be back with the rest of the news at 10.
Guinness, made of more.
On the foreign scene, we're still talking about the U.S. spying allegations, and the German government says it is keen to hear directly from the fugitive NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden about the U.S. spy agency's activities. Mr. Snowden's lawyer said a meeting could occur in Moscow, but not in Germany. Here's Cynthia with more.
Well, just like you said, Mr. Snowden's lawyer disclosed that a meeting could occur in Moscow, but not in Germany. This comes as the U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said that in some cases, the U.S. spying actually went too far. He said he would work with President Barack Obama to prevent further inappropriate actions by the National Security Agency. The 30-year-old Mr. Snowden fled to Russia in June after leaking details of far-reaching U.S. telephone espionage. He has temporary asylum, allowing him to live in Russia until next June. Also today in South Africa, justice has been served, at least to some extent, as the man found guilty of the rape and brutal murder of a 17-year-old girl has been sentenced to 2 life terms in prison by a court near Cape Town. State prosecutors had requested this sentence without parole for Johan Kanna. Anane Boysen died in February, hours after she was mutilated in a gang rape and attack that shocked the country. South Africa has one of the highest rates of sexual violence in the world. Then Israeli aircraft have launched an anti-terror strike near the Syrian coastal city of Latakia. U.S. officials say the strike targeted Russian-made missiles intended for the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. Latakia is a stronghold of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, an important port city where the Alawite community to which he belongs is concentrated. And there you have it. Those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Thanks a lot, Cynthia. And on entertainment news, music lovers were treated to an evening of splendid performances by top Nigerian acts, including D'banj and Two-Face at the hip-hop concert held in Lagos recently. Ogechukwusi has details and more.
On Entertainment News tonight, the 2013 headliners of the annual Hennessy Artistry had guests spellbound as the event hit a crescendo in Lagos. Now, rapping Joe showed them camp. Shay Shay, Capital Hits rapper Pino, Two-Face and the band took turns to rock the mic on the night as the hip-hop concert closed for 2013. Now, multiple award-winning Chocolate City Ice Prince has revealed that he's embarrassed by the contract controversies which appears to be tearing off the popular Chalk Boys crew. The rapper, who is getting set to launch his sophomore album, The Fire of Zamani, told Entertainment News on Channels Television that he hopes the contract saga and Brimo returns to the music imprint.
Dialogue, it solves everything. It solves everything, and I know Brimo has been having, meetings back and forth with them. So yeah, it's something that I know that they're trying to resolve, and at the end of the day, man, is God. You need to pray that God brings peace to everybody.
And on to movies. It was a mix of young budding actors and some of the big names in Nollywood on the movie Simi, The Tales of Eve, which is expected to hit the stands this month. The movie stars Belinda Effa as the lead character and Ziki Aloy, Ekpayemi and Frankincense Echeben also as lead characters. There were guest appearances from big names like Jide Koshoko, Tina Mba and Kunle Udumosu. The flick seeks to identify some of the major domestic and non-domestic travails of womanhood. An R&B singer, Chris Brown, has willingly entered a rehab following his assault charges last week. The singer pleaded not guilty to misdemeanor assault after police reports said the singer and his bodyguard both punched a policeman in the face outside a Washington hotel where Chris Brown had a nightclub appearance. Brown is due back in court on November 20th and, if convicted, faces a maximum of 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. And that's all on Entertainment News. The news at 10 continues shortly.
And the main news again across the country. The federal government today handed over the physical assets of the Power Holding Company of Nigeria, the PHCN, to its new owners, who promised the nation steady electricity supply. That's it on the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Have a pleasant night rest and a wonderful weekend ahead.